What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode here of the Desai Guys Football Forum. I'm one of your co-hosts, Desai, joined as always by my good friend, my good buddy, the other half of the Desai Guys, Tad Desai, or should I call you by your new nickname?
Oh, don't do
Spotty
it.
Good Spot. Oh, I swear to God, I rewinded that clip, and in case you're wondering, tune back to our last episode. You'll find out the full context of what I'm discussing here. You won't regret it. Seriously, it is fantastic. It's just, I've rewinded that bit, I think 10 or 15 times, and it got me all 10 or 15 times. Once again, I asked you during the episode, I was just like, what were you thinking during
I was trying to say they have spotty good parts of their roster, but that was my second day of having children in my classroom for, and I'm not exaggerating here, 7 hours straight. The same children. Before people are like, well, don't you always do that? I had the same class for 7 hours straight. Amar, I challenge you to spend your entire day with a bunch of 11 and 12-year-olds, who I love, by the way, and I hope you all do great in 7th grade for all those of you listening. But that is very stressful on a teacher, and that was a very long night, and it was 10 o'clock at the time, and it's very hard to break down the Chiefs' goddamn roster at 10 o'clock at night after you're spending your day with a bunch of children.
No, that's fair. And, I applaud
It was bad.
that you're
It
able,
was bad.
I applaud
I'm
that
being
you're able to
defensive
get
'cause it was
through
bad.
all of it, that, the day, the entire week. But now you can say school is over. So that's good for you as of recording. School's over.
I started blasting schools out for the summer on my, Promethean board, on the big board, right after the kids were gone. As soon as I saw, okay, we're good, I started blasting it. I can now, this summer's going to be good. You're going to get a better Tad. But no, I'm getting defensive because it is without a doubt the worst moment I've had on this show. Bar none. Literally, as soon as we were done recording the episode, I went to the LAFB Slack. I was just like, guys, all-time Tad blunder. And then Chauncey Talese messaged us the next day. It was like, I was really worried you were overselling that. You guys really weren't. That was bad. He was like, you were drunk. And I'm like, I wasn't drunk. I was just tired.
Well, because I think you put biggest blunder you ever had, and I said the greatest thing you'll ever hear without hyperbole. And so I think that's why we might have hyped it too much. But yeah, Chauncey came through and he was like, no, that was seriously one of the worst or greatest things I've ever heard ever. So yeah,
future back to last may be born out of that, by the way.
Back to the last one.
Future segment may be born out of that, so we'll see.
Possibly. There's a lot of things that can spring up, but yeah, make sure you check out that episode.
None of
you
them
will not regret it. You will not regret it.
Yes, you will. And don't listen to it.
And I don't think you'll regret today's episode. I think we're gonna have some fun, Tad, because you've usually always teased this at the end of our episodes when we're doing our final plugs and concluding the episode that we're sort of in the summer here and we're sort of, trying to figure out content, trying to do different things. And so today's episode is going to be a lot of fun. And Tad, I'll sort of let you describe what we're doing, and then I'll get into all the logistics behind it after you sort of describe what we're doing here. Having a fun episode.
Why would you kick this to me to describe? Because my understanding of this is very minimal.
I'm hoping to replicate what happened last episode. Maybe
I'll give it a shot. So this is a thing that really started off with FIFA. FIFA did this really well. I think they were, in fact, the first ones to do this, and it blew up. I never really got into it myself, and that is Ultimate Team, which is essentially just trading sports cards, but now it's online. That's all it is. You open a pack, you get, Messi, or now in football you get, and the thing is it can span from years, from you can get this is bad. 08 Brady, was that the one where he threw 50?
Yep. 08 Brady.
See, there we go. All right, see, you're trying to get me. Look at that. My memory's on point today for now. So
what are you talking about?
You're always trying to get me. But so yeah, you can get 08 Brady in a pack, and then the difference is though, normally when you get trading cards, they're just that, they're trading cards. But now you can play with your trading cards. So Amar and I had an idea of, and we need to clarify, this is not fantasy. So this is not fantasy football related. So this isn't like these are our fantasy teams or anything, but we decided let's do ultimate team, but draft. Let's draft our players. So we are going to draft our own players on both offense and defense, plus 10 bench players. And then because I own the most recent Madden, I will run a Madden simulation and we will see who is the winner, who picked the better team. Did I
You
do
did a
that
good
right?
job. You understood
There we
everything
go.
correctly.
All right.
I think the one thing, Tad, though, that I'll throw in is that our twist in this one, and that is going to be.
Oh, I did forget that. Damn it.
It's the fun of it. We're introducing.
There we are.
The wheel of randomness here. So we got all 32 teams on the wheel here. You got Tad's wheel here with the purple for TCU. That's what he decided. I got the red here for my Niner red here. And so pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to spin this wheel. Whatever team it lands on, Tad or myself can only pick a player from that team for any position, but we have to fill the entire roster just by going off these teams. So yeah, at some point, if hypothetically Tad does not have a quarterback and he lands on the Tennessee Titans, he could only choose between Ryan Tannehill, Will Levis, Malik Willis, or whoever else is on that roster. But that is who he has to pick as his quarterback. So there's a little bit of strategy element, a little bit of randomness. It's going to be, like I said, I think this is going to be fun because, like I said, the randomness of the wheel is really going to make things interesting.
All right, Amar, I'm going to suggest something. This may be a great idea. It's probably a terrible idea, but let's go for it, especially for our listening audience. Let's play rock, paper, scissors for first spin.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. You ready?
Okay, go for it.
Let's go. All right, on shoot, right? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes, okay. Let's go. I had scissors. He had paper. For those of you listening, I am so sorry. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, that was pretty bad for sure. But yeah, because Tad said this is draft style, so if Tad potentially lands Kansas City and he takes Patrick Mahomes, if I land Kansas City and I don't have a quarterback, I can't choose Patrick Mahomes. So yeah, this is going to be the fun of it. So yeah, having the first pick sort of could make a difference here, Tad. So I mean,
there we go.
Yeah, we'll do this and we'll just
always go scissors, man. What are you doing? It's always scissors.
I don't know.
You never go. Who goes paper first? I've never met someone that does that. It's either scissors or rock. You gotta go with the strongest ones.
Personally, I'm going with the underdog route. So you could pick first, but I'll have.
That's why you lost.
That's all it is. But yeah, so let's get into it, Tad. Let's not delay this anymore. So we're going to spin the wheel here.
Give it to me.
We got it here. I mean, I'm curious to see. You got the Denver Broncos with your first pick here.
Okay, hold on. All right, so give me a second because obviously we are not doing this from memory. So let me pull up.
We will be looking at other screens, and Tad is going to be keeping track of the players that we choose as he's typing them up. So I mean, yeah, we're going to try our best to focus on the camera, but just as we're going along here, it's going to be a lot of just looking at stuff, and just curious to see Denver. You got a lot of good options here. You obviously got Russell Wilson.
Here's my thing. I obviously want to go Javonte Williams, but he's hurt. This is something we didn't bring up. Are we factoring in current injuries?
Yes, of course.
Ah, shit. Okay, damn it. Cortland Sutton's good. Jerry Judy's good. Oh, Pat Surtain.
That is a good pick too. A lot of good options on that roster there for sure. So yeah, curious to see whether you're going to start building the defense, whether you're going to go offense here. Got some good options here.
I'm going to go Surtain.
Pat Surtain. Okay. All right.
Surtain? Is it Surtain?
I usually say Surtain, but I think
Surtain. Yeah, we'll look it up.
All right. So Patrick Surtain is off the board. Tad has added him to his roster. It is my turn now. I'm going to take this spin here. We got it going on here, spinning around, and it has landed on the New Orleans Saints. All right. This is going to be interesting.
If this is not Kendre Miller, how dare you, sir?
It's definitely not going to be Kendre Miller.
Oh, come on. Now, now another thing we have to, so we are factoring injuries. Are we factoring in possible suspensions?
I think that's a given. I think you should definitely anticipate that as well.
You have Kamara there. You better hope some Kamara news doesn't drop
I don't think I'm going to go that route there. Okay. I'm definitely, thinking sort of building up the lines first. So, I mean, the New Orleans Saints have a lot of good offensive linemen. They got Eric McCoy, Cesar Ruiz, Ryan Ramczyk, Trevor Penning, Andres Pete. So, I mean, they got a really good offensive line.
God, they drafted well there.
Do I take the risk of Michael Thomas at the receiver position? I think I can get a receiver elsewhere. They obviously got the stud at the defensive end position, Cameron Jordan, but I think I could go elsewhere for the defensive end position. So I'm going to go with the boring pick here, but I'm going to set up my offensive line, and I think I'm going to go. God, but which one do I take? Because they got a lot of good ones.
They're
here.
all
That's
good.
the
They're all good. Now, here's going to be my hot take while you're trying to make up your mind. My hot take was Taysom Hill's not a there's some logic behind taking Taysom Hill here.
That's very true. That's very true. I think I'm going to go. I'm going with the tackle position. I'm going to go with no. Yeah, I'm going to go with the tackle position. I'm going to go with Ryan Ramczyk.
That's a great pick.
I'm going to go with Ryan Ramczyk.
Like
here.
what? Would you say top 3 tackle in football? Because I would.
I think easily. I think he's one of those underrated players too that a lot of people don't talk about Ryan Ramczyk and not right. And so it's like,
because he's an offensive lineman. No one,
Yeah,
unless you're
too.
in unless you're in a prime market, no one ever talks about.
Well, I feel like a lot of people talk about Tristan Wirfs, a lot of people talk about Trent Williams, but just like, Ryan Ramczyk sort of falls into sort of like I said, like offensive line already doesn't get talked about enough, but then Ryan Ramczyk specifically then also doesn't get talked up enough as well. So, all right. First 2 picks are off the board. Tad, you are next on the clock here. So let's
offensive line and corner, here. Just as everybody predicted.
Of course, that's the way to do it. Minnesota with the purple here. So
Justin Jefferson.
Oh wow, that was very quick.
Justin Jefferson.
Very quick. You're gonna get the receiver there. All right, no problem. So we got.
Is there any argument? Who else? Like Dalvin Cook's about to be cut. Potentially.
That doesn't matter, though. Just because he's going to catch from Minnesota, it's like he's still a good player.
But if we're going to do the Madden sim, Madden is very injury happy this past year. So I am not taking Dalvin Cook because his injury rating is probably like sky high.
That's fair.
And then who the hell else am I taking?
Yeah, definitely not Kirk Cousins. I mean, you could go with Jordan Addison if you want to go younger. There's that.
I'm waiting to take the best receiver, rookie receiver.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I like the pick. I'm not arguing against it. So, all right, let's go with my team here. So I'm going to take the spin here. What are we going to land on here? We got the Green Bay Packers. All right,
rivals.
This is a little bit intriguing.
Have fun with this one.
Obviously, they don't have Aaron Rodgers anymore. Otherwise, that would have been a pretty good pick. Aaron Jones is very tempting.
There's one player you should take here.
One player I should take. Okay, now I'm curious to see what that player is.
I'm not
I'm going to pick him. I know that, but I'm not saying I don't know. If I picked that player, I'm wondering if that's who you were thinking as well. But I mean, Christian Watson's a really good deep threat, but I feel like I can get other receivers out there. Their offensive line doesn't string out anybody that I really want to upgrade with too. I do like John Runyon, but I don't think I need that guard position just yet. Obviously, they've got really good tight ends of Musgrave and Tucker Kraft, who they just drafted. Obviously, looking at their defense, I mean, Preston Smith, a really good pass rusher. Obviously, Rashad Gary at the linebacker position, not bad either. Honestly, though, I think I like the dual threat ability with the running back position specifically. I think he's established. I think he's going to bring a lot of good dimensions to my running game specifically. So I'm going to go with Aaron Jones here.
How do you pass on Bakhtiari? How do
injury history? The injury history once again,
dude. It's I don't understand that. If you're gonna go with Ramczyk for your first pick, Bakhtiari, it doesn't matter who I draft at the ends. Nobody's gonna get to whoever your quarterback ends up being.
I feel I could get other tackles later too, but I think I like the running back position here, specifically Green Bay, because they have a very limited roster. So it's like that's where I'm gonna go. That's where I'm gonna go.
To be fair, Aaron Jones would have been my second pick, but Bakhtiari is the easy pick there.
I guess for me, it's just I can see too much of an injury history, so I'm worried there. So, all right, let's get to your next pick here. Spin the wheel here, and we got the Seattle Seahawks. All right,
interesting. So man, do I go double-headed monster and combine Metcalf with Jefferson?
That would be pretty dangerous.
That would be
obviously dangerous. They got Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's pretty good. I know you weren't as high at them, but we had some Seattle commenters on one of our videos that Charles Cross and Abraham Lucas are good offensive linemen. So there's a possibility there. I love their running backs. Kenneth Walker III, Zach Charbonnet.
Right now,
are not bad additions either. Shifting to defense, Tariq Woolen has been fantastic. My guy from last year's draft, Devin Witherspoon would be good.
Or do I go Jamal Adams?
Jamal Adams
really
is not
start
bad.
Building up that secondary. You know what? Screw it. I'm going for the offensive explosion. I'm taking Metcalf.
Ooh, I like it. That's a pretty dangerous duo there with Justin Jefferson and DK Metcalf. So let's get to my pick here. I was actually about to sneeze. That's why
I was about to say, I was going to give you crap for that. I was like, what did you just do?
Yeah, I was about to sneeze, but luckily it went away. So yeah, that's why I sort of had that weird
I
thing.
wasn't
So
sure
okay,
if you
I
were
got
doing a bit.
no, it came up and then it went away. So okay, I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with my pick here. So obviously no more Tom Brady. So I think that pick is obviously out.
No, that's out. You can take Baker.
I guess I could take Baker
or my boy Kyle Trask.
Kyle Trask would be pretty good. But like I said, I think I want to keep building up that offensive line, and I think they have one of the best ones. I already brought his name up already. Looking at the defense, they do have some good pieces there as well. But yeah, I think I want to shore up this offensive line, I want to shore up the left tackle position specifically. Now I got bookends at both sides. You're already talking about Bakhtiari, but I think I'm going to go in this direction here. Tristan Wirfs, the left tackle here. I'm going to go there.
This dude is just a couple years away from being the highest paid tackle in NFL history.
Yeah,
he is so goddamn good. Like, oh my God. Like, I really liked him going in the draft, but I didn't see him being this good. He is already now going into year 3. He is already, well, definitely a top 5 tackle in the NFC. Is he a top 5 tackle in the NFL?
I think so.
I think so too.
Argue it. I think you can argue it.
I think he's not quite in the top 3 yet, but I think he breaks that top 5 at 4 or 5. Yeah.
I think he suffered, unfortunately, a little bit of an injury history this past season, but I think, still has the talent to be easily, I think, top 5 in the NFL for sure. So let's get to your next pick here, Tad. Got the wheel spinning, the purple wheel here. TCU Luck going to give you the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, damn it. I should have waited and taken Tyreek Hill.
Well, you still can go. Once again, I mean, we're building our teams the way that we want. So you can still go trips receivers here. You can go Jalen Waddle. You can go Tyreek Hill if you want to, if that's something that you want to do. And really just absolutely air raid people. It's really going to matter who you got to take a quarterback then later.
Can I ask, can we transport to like past Dolphin teams? In that case, I'll take Minka Fitzpatrick.
Can't do it.
Damn it.
Can't do it. You got to go what's on the roster right now. Because, I mean, if we're going to pass Miami Dolphins, I think of like maybe Larry Zonka or Dan Marino or like Zach Thomas. Like, I mean, there's a lot of guys you go with pass guys. But nope, looking at current roster right now. So, fortunately, you said at receiver, so you can't go that direction. I mean, you still could. Like I said, you could run a trips receiver formation if you want to. Offensive linemen don't really stick out to me.
No. I was just about to say, I'm going to make my pick. Teron Armstead. I'll take Teron Armstead.
I was actually just about to bring him up. I was like, they signed him in the offseason from the New Orleans Saints, so you already said draft really well. So, I mean, to really bookend, to start building your offensive line, that's not a bad pick at all. All right, let's get to my pick here. So, we're going to spin the wheel here. What's it going to land on? We got the New York Giants. Okay.
Oh,
this is going to be fun.
Oh, no, because you already took Aaron Jones, though. Ooh, that's
I can still run dual running backs.
That's
I can run dual running backs if I want to.
You're just going to cannibalize both.
That doesn't matter.
Does it? We'll see.
In fantasy, it matters more, but when you're running an actual team, like, I mean, if you have 2 dominant running backs like that,
we saw it with Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott, where like if you don't know how to utilize the proper like 2-back system, it could kill both their production.
No, you're right. You're right. So I think I'm going to look at I'm looking at the Giants roster here. They got some good offensive pieces. I don't think I'm going to go offense, though. Like, they have, obviously, Evan Neal, but I already bookend both of my tackles with Ramczyk and Tristan Wirfs. They also have Andrew Thomas, but I don't need him either. Maybe I'd consider Darren Waller here, but I think I'm going to wait on the tight end position to get somebody else here. Definitely don't need a quarterback. Not going to go Daniel Jones. Don't need the receivers.
Come on. He's got a big payday.
I'm not too interested in the receivers here, so I think I'm going to go defense here. They got some good defensive linemen. They just signed from the Indianapolis Colts. Bobby Okariki's now a member of their team, so that's not a bad addition to the linebacker position there. Kayvon Thibodeau, recent draft pick.
That's who I would go.
That's how you'd go.
Much to Al Rowe's chagrin.
I think for me, I'm going to go with Leonard Williams actually at the defensive end position. That's the position that I'm going to go address the defensive end there. So, but I do like the Kayvon Thibodeau pick. They also have Dexter Lawrence up front, was not a bad pick either. They just drafted Azeez Ojulari. There's potential there, but I think I like Leonard Williams the most out of all the players that they have there. So, Tad, why don't you give us a quick recap as far as how our rosters look?
All right, so far I have Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, Teron Armstead, and Pat Surtain, whatever. We'll figure it out after the show. And then right now you have Aaron Jones, Tristan Wirfs, Ryan Ramczyk, which I definitely misspelled, and Leonard Williams.
Not bad. Not bad. All right. So 4 picks in. Let's get to the next set of picks here, Tad. So you're on the clock here. Curious to see who we're going to spin here for you. And hey, we got ourselves the Los Angeles Rams on LAFB Network. So let's see what you think you got here. I mean, the cupboard's kind of bare than it has been in previous years, Tad. So you kind of have slim pickings. I mean, we were sort of talking about it.
No, I don't. I'm literally writing. I'm writing it in right now. It's Aaron Donald.
We were talking about this. We were talking about this before we started recording here, and yeah, I think it's pretty clear that you look at the Rams; he's their best player easily, even at his age too. Like, it's just surprising how dominant of a defensive tackle he is. And so, yeah,
when you don't have. I feel like this is look. I never thought I'd do this in my life, but I'm about to go on a pro Rams rant here. It's like I feel like despite how good he's been his entire career, people are still like, "Can you believe how good he is?" Yes. Because he's been good for nearly a decade. This guy is on par with guys like Deacon Jones and Reggie White and some of the other best, and Lawrence Taylor and some of the best pass rushers in NFL history. He should and will go down in history as one of the best, if not the best, Rams pass rusher ever. And he absolutely deserves that, especially considering, and why do I rank him above some of those other guys? Because they were big, menacing guys. Reggie White was fucking terrifying. But Aaron Donald, it was a shortcut. I still remember. I think I've told this story on the podcast before. Is when the Rams drafted Aaron Donald because they were still in St. Louis at the time. I was upset, and granted, this isn't a great take, but I was upset because I wanted Johnny Manziel. I was like, "Who is this short little dude out of Pittsburgh? He's not going to be that good. Yeah, his technique is good, and this is actually he is the player." For the people listening back on our draft coverage, when I was like, I like technique more than I like strength, he's the guy that changed my mind on that because I was like, great technique. Where's the strength? And he showed strength develops. And that's another thing we've said over the podcast is you can develop strength fairly easily. But if you have good technique coming right out of college, you can be a superstar. And he is beyond a superstar. He is a legend. So let's stop disrespecting him with like, oh, even at his age, he's still pretty good. That dude's going to be good up until he's like freaking 40. He's going to be the Tom Brady of defensive linemen. Mark my words.
That's fair. You said easily the best pass rusher in Rams history. I think probably the best defensive player in Rams history. Like, I mean, I think you could argue that easily.
James Laurinaitis.
Yeah. Okay.
Ty Hill. Adam Archuleta.
Yeah, sure.
Who are some other?
That's why I'm surprised you didn't pick Steve Avila with your pick here. So I got the spin here, and we got Washington Commanders. All right, so this is going to be interesting. They got a lot of great defensive pieces on their team. So
you got one player there. I'm not even looking at their depth chart. You got one player right off the top of my head. You actually have two. You have two you could take here. That would be good picks.
I think there's one I'm leaning at. I'm looking at their roster, though, just to make sure that that's the pick that I want to go with because I'm looking at offense. There's nobody that really screams out to me as a guy that I want. Like probably Terry McLaurin out of the group there would probably be the guy that I'd probably lean on the most there if I was going to go offense, but I don't think I'm going to go offense here. I'm definitely going to go defense. I think I've got to go Chase Young, the defensive end there, to pair him up there with Leonard Williams.
I forgot about Chase Young. I forgot about Chase Young. Now, all right, Captain Injury History, though. You're not worried about his injuries?
I'm not as concerned about it. I think it's only one season. He's going to be fine. He's going to come back. He's going to be strong. So, yeah, I'd like because he's got age on his side. That's the biggest thing.
That's true.
That's sort of what I'm going with my roster as well. It's like I got age on my side a little bit more. So they still got a lot to develop to become even better, but they're already pretty good players at where they are now. So I got Leonard Williams on one side. I got Chase Young on the other. I'm pretty set at the defensive end position for sure.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good there. The other player I was thinking of was Daron Payne.
I was thinking Daron Payne to anchor the middle. He's one of the stronger defensive tackles in the league, so I was thinking about that. But I was like, I like the fearsome coming off the edges. So
Young's a better pick. Like I said, I forgot Young was on that roster.
There we go. So all right, so let's get to your next pick here, Tad. Who are you hoping for? Anybody?
Oh man, that's a good question.
Well, you took too long because now you landed on the Steelers here.
Do I take Freiermuth? Freiermuth is tempting. Because he's big, dude. That is a big dude. Oh, no, dude. No, fuck that. I'm taking do I take Minka Fitzpatrick? Oh, this is a good roster. Or do I take TJ Watt? Damn it.
TJ Watt's a great pick as well. You also have to remember.
I got to go TJ Watt. Defensive player of the year. I got to go TJ Watt. At one of my, now this is key, at one of my outside linebacker spots, not my defensive end.
So well, once again, you could run this defense however you want as far as your base roster. So
I'm aware, but that's what I'm saying. I'm kicking him more outside than like a pure pass rusher. I do like his coverage skills, so I'm kicking TJ Watt out at outside linebacker.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
Oh man, I really like Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's such a good safety.
He is, but there's a lot of great safeties still out there, so we'll see
Don't
how
like
it
this
all
game.
plays out
This
for
is too
you.
hard.
I love this. This is exciting. I like the fact
is
that it's
awful.
so random. Here we go. Okay,
Now we're getting
the Chicago Bears.
Oh,
The
Fields.
Chicago Bears.
Fields.
This is going to be good here because they got
Moore.
some they got some talent on their roster now. DJ Moore, the receiver position. Darnell Mooney's great. Cole Kmet's a good tight end, obviously. Quarterback Justin Fields. I want to go younger there with the mobile and the throwing aspect. I think I'm going to pass on offense, though. I think I'm going to go defense here. They got some good defensive players there. I think I'm going to get some veteran experience into my defense here. I'm going to go with Eddie Jackson, the safety here.
Not a bad pick. I actually like that pick a lot.
Yeah, I was debating between him and Tremaine Edmonds to ink up
I was going to say
in the middle of the linebacker position, but I think, like I said, I think I've been going young so far. I think I want to get some better presence. Eddie Jackson is still actually, he's got age on his side a little bit too. He's not completely old, but I think he's got some better experience that he can coach up some of the younger guys that I may draft a little bit down the road here. But just, Eddie Jackson at the safety position, good talent and good veteran leadership as well.
I need a good quarterback. Your defense is turning very scary.
Let's see here. Well, hey, speaking of quarterbacks, you have potential to take one of the young, promising ones here with the Los Angeles Chargers has been selected for you, Tad. So do you go in that direction with Justin Herbert?
Or do I go Bosa? Because you've taken you've taken Ramczyk and worse, so I need to get some pass rush on you.
That is correct. I got.
How dare you, sir?
I'm bookending on both lines.
Or you know what? Screw it. I'm taking Max Duggan.
That can't
I'm kidding.
Real.
I'm kidding.
That can't
I'm
be
kidding.
Real.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
Don't
that.
even
I'm
joke
not
about that.
Hey, he's gonna be good. Fuck. That's the whole decision. Like, I'm not even considering anybody. I'm not considering. Oh God, this is so bad that I'm literally trying to think so hard right now that the Derwin James. I'm not even considering Derwin James right now. Who's another great player to take.
Asante Samuel Jr. If you pair up both Patrick Surtain and Asante Samuel Jr., you got bookend corners there. That's not bad.
Nope, not worried about that. Austin Eckler, get the hell out of here. Shit.
Zion Johnson at the lineman position. Rashawn Slater would be good too.
Oh, Rashawn Slater. Damn it.
Chargers have a stacked roster. Like, I mean, there's a reason they were in the playoffs and they were competing. Unfortunately, it was not the playoff ending that they were hoping for, but I mean, they're definitely much in the conversation to get back to the playoffs. And we talked about this in our last episode that they're going to be in contention to possibly win the division as well. I know the Kansas City Chiefs are a strong team, but just like they're going to give them a run for their money. It's definitely a 2-horse race in that AFC West. So, I mean, they got a lot of solid players. That's why Tad is sort of struggling here. He's got that look of like, what direction do I go in? So
I'm pulling the trigger.
Where are you leading?
I can't lose this gamble. So I will go Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. It's
because
an excellent pick.
Let me explain why. Is because I his divisiveness across the fan base and across the NFL is very confusing to me because it really isn't his fault that he's struggled. And let's keep in mind that his struggles are better than 60% of other quarterbacks in the NFL, right? So when he struggles, he's still amazing. And his struggles are mostly attributed to inconsistency, whether that's the system or whether that's just the health of the offense around him. I think if you put a good, healthy offense around him, and we talked about this on last week's podcast episode, especially with Kellen Moore there now, I think that Kellen Moore has a particular ability to really target players' strengths and make the most out of them. That's why you saw Tony Pollard really like break out as I'll say as a star last year, is because he kind of recognized, he being more recognized, okay, this is a player who can exceed in this type of game, and he changed it up. And then when Z came in, he changed the offense up again. I think it didn't work because he's kind of washed, but otherwise I think that now with a young, talented offense, young besides Keenan Allen. Sorry, buddy. I think that Kellen Moore can really make the most out of this offense, and Justin Herbert will go down as the best quarterback in Los Angeles Chargers, San Diego Chargers also history.
Ooh, wow. That's
how about
a
that?
lot of,
sorry, Dan Fouts, you are
I was about
great.
to say, I was like, that's really pretty much an argument with Dan Fouts, but okay.
Eric Coryell, loved you. Well, I didn't love you because I wasn't alive at the time, but like from everything I was seeing,
highlights.
Yeah, exactly. From all the YouTube stuff, it looked great. Justin Herbert's better.
Okay, we'll see if that all plays out the way that Chargers fans are hoping for. Obviously, whether he does become one of the best, not one of the best, the best quarterback to play in a Chargers
Not one.
uniform for sure.
Get that debate out of here.
I think
gonna
it's
be
easily
Herbert.
one of the best. Yeah, even with the short career he's
Oh,
had, he's
right
easily
now,
one
yeah,
of the
no,
best.
right
But
now
just like to
he's number
become
3.
the best,
It's
that's gonna be interesting.
yeah, no,
That's
it's
gonna be
Fouts,
interesting.
it's Rivers, it's Herbert right now. The second Herbert wins his first Super Bowl, notice how I didn't say if. The second he does,
Wow. All
he's
right.
gonna jump Rivers for obvious reasons. Then when he wins the second one, number 1, baby.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Just
So
retire number 10 right now.
Herbert's a member of Team Tad here, so let's get to my next pick here. Do I need to get a quarterback soon? Like, I mean, we'll figure it out depending on which team it lands on. Oh,
I'm so
how about that?
No,
How about that? I think this works out very convenient for me.
this is rigged.
You're not,
I'm calling rigged.
if you're not watching us on YouTube, it has landed on the Kansas City Chiefs, and we're talking about quarterbacks. I think it's pretty evident that I think I'm going to go in the direction. I don't even need to look up their roster. I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback because, yeah, I mean, people are arguing that this guy is the best in the league, and he's the best that, a lot of people have seen in a long time. There are a lot of people saying that he's going to be filling Brady's shoes soon. Like, I mean, obviously everybody talks about Brady being the GOAT and everything that he's accomplished. A lot of people are just like, with Patrick Mahomes, it's just going to be very similar to, like you said, when is he going to accomplish all the same things that Brady did? I don't know if he'll get to play as long, but I think just easily he's racking up the numbers. It's the leadership. You see the vision. I mean, he's making do. Even with the loss of Tyreek Hill, a lot of people thought he might take a step back. If anything, he got a little bit better. I think on top of that, you see that with the pairing of Andy Reid. I mean, just like it's a match made in heaven. These guys are just doing so many great things in Kansas City. And yeah, he's going to be doing great things for me on my squad now.
I mean, he's fine.
Oh, that works out nice. That works
He's
out
fine.
so nice for me.
Whatever. God damn it. How is it possible that we are still stuck in an AFC West quarterback matchup? God.
This is how these things spin.
No, I'm
This is
definitely
how
going
these
past
things
it.
spin.
Well, okay, now I know how to beat you, though. I just need to draft of 6 pass rushers, and I should be okay.
But once again, I
should have gone Bosa. Damn it.
All right, let's get to your
Oh my God, that's
here.
the most Tad Luck moment
Seriously
ever had. Oh my
Lord. And now you get the Chicago
Okay.
Bears.
All right,
So Eddie Jackson is off the board because I have selected him. So you pretty much have free reign over everything else there. So I mean, what sort of direction are you looking at?
I'm not gonna take DJ Moore. I'm not gonna take Justin Fields. Justin Jones, maybe TJ Edwards. I like him. Tremaine Edmonds isn't bad.
We talked about that when I was looking for the Bears. So yeah, Tremaine Edmonds is not a bad pick. You don't have any linebackers yet. Well, with the except that TJ Watt on the outside. So
and once I have after I take this Bears player, Bears are off the wheel, correct?
Yeah, Bears are off the wheel.
Damn, that's hard.
So that's the whole goal of the wheel is that we're going to go through all 32 teams and you're going to pick one player from every team depending on where they land here. Right. So
I got maybe an upset pick here. You right?
I'm ready to hear this. Yeah.
In my opinion, this is probably the most underrated corner in the league. I'm taking Jalen Johnson.
That is a bit of an upset pick for sure. So yeah, that is interesting. But okay.
Jalen Johnson's man coverage abilities are among top 5 in the league. I will absolutely stand by that. He's only struggled because they pick on him so much because they're always on defense because their offense always sucks until last year. So I think that while his stats may not jump out at you, this is a guy primed for a breakout year this upcoming season. I absolutely love Jalen Johnson. I think he's a rising star. He's going to be kind of like Josh Norman, where he comes out of nowhere and people are like, who the hell is this guy? And then he makes a name for himself. So I'm taking Jalen Johnson. I'm throwing full faith into him.
All right. So you're locked up with Patrick Surtain on one side, Jalen Johnson on the other side. So all right.
That's dirty, dude. Yeah. Good luck, Mahomes.
Wow. Really good luck. What you're going to say. Oh, okay. So I have selected the Baltimore Ravens. So I got some
Lamar
here.
Well, you could take Lamar, but I don't recommend it.
Got some defense. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to.
DeAndre Hopkins is not there yet, by the way.
He's not there yet for sure. He is not there yet. But yeah, Odell Beckham is there. Rashad Bateman is there. Zay Flowers would be a good addition.
Dude.
Mahomes there.
There's an easy pick to make there.
They have good offensive line with Kevin Zeitler, Ben Cleveland, Ronnie Stanley, Morgan Moses. But I already got the tackle set. Mark Andrews at the tight end position would be pretty dangerous. That's pairing him with Patrick Mahomes there. J.K. Dobbins at running back. So they got some good offensive pieces. Defense, they got Michael Pierce, Broderick Washington, Patrick Queen, Roquan Smith. Ooh, both those guys would be pretty solid to have at the defense. Then you got to look at secondary. Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams. Baltimore's got a pretty stacked roster, so there's a lot of directions that I can go in here.
And I got some hate from friends when we did our over under wins. They were like, "Really, Baltimore wins 12 games next year?" I'm like, dude, like once again with the thing I said like 1,000 times last week, and they stay healthy. Woo,
100%. So I think I'm gonna go. with the middle linebacker position here, and I'm gonna go with Roquan Smith here. I think I want to upgrade that middle linebacker position. Former Bear,
Mark Andrews. Thank you, sir.
I think there's a lot of other good tight ends out there still, but just Pat. Roquan Smith, I think, is just very talented, very young middle linebacker. He's just a ball hawk. I think he's going to be just a great difference maker, great leader for my defense now going forward. So, yeah, I got Roquan Smith, there with the pick there. So, Tad, really quickly, let's recap all our picks so far.
All right, so you have Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Jones, Tristan Wirfs, Ryan Ramczyk, Leonard Williams, Chase Young, Roquan Smith, and Eddie Jackson. I have Justin Herbert. Oh, I forgot about my receivers, actually. This might be my offense might be a little too dirty for you. Justin Herbert, Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, Teron Armstead. And on the defensive side, I have Aaron Donald, TJ Watt, Pat Surtain, and Jalen Johnson.
Pretty good so far.
Dude, could you imagine Herbert throwing to Metcalf and Jefferson?
Yeah, jeez, that'd be pretty dangerous. I would not be. Well, in this case, this sim is going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so let's get to your next pick here, Tad. We got the spin here. It's going to be coming up on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I have already selected. Okay. Tristan Wirfs is off the board, but everybody else is still available. If you wanted to go trips receivers again, you can go with Chris Godwin if you wanted to. You look at that defense. They got a lot of great defensive players with Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis, Antoine Winfield. Yeah, I think you got a good amount of options as far as where you want to go.
No, I got it narrowed down to 2 players. I'm just trying to decide on the one I want the most.
Okay. All right. Good linebackers with Levante David, Devin White.
That's exactly it. I'm taking Devin White. That's my middle linebacker.
Devin White. Okay. Good pick. there.
Now I'm getting them mixed up. Is Devin White the one that's embroiled in, I won't say controversy, but like the whole like I want to trade out of here, or is that Levante David? Because one of them wants out.
I thought they both wanted out at one point, but I think right now you're talking about Devin White.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because Devin White wants an extension off his rookie year contract. So yeah,
exactly.
So you know what, Devin White, come on over here, buddy. I'll give you your extension. Get over here. Let's do this. Let's talk business.
Oh yeah, with your teacher salary that you're owning this team with.
Nice chunky $500. even that will bankrupt me.
Oh yeah, exactly. So let's get to my next pick here. I wonder who it's going to be. All right, Seattle Seahawks for me. So I already got Metcalf. Obviously, he is off the board.
Do you take your darling running back?
Pair him up with Aaron Jones. It's actually not a bad idea to go with Kenneth Walker III and Aaron Jones. That'd be pretty dangerous for sure. Looking at their defense, I mean, you got Tariq Woolen, Jamal Adams, who we talked about. Quandre Diggs is not bad.
Bobby Wagner was an interesting little name to throw in there. Like, does he still have it?
I think I'm going to pass on Bobby Wagner, so I'm not interested.
No, I did the same. Sorry, Bobby.
Jaron Reed at the defensive tackle position is intriguing as well. You look at the offensive line. You know, they got good tackles. I don't know if I like their interior offensive line as much there, so I think I'm going to go offensive line here. Receivers, you took DK Metcalf. I could entertain the thought of taking Jackson Smith and Jigba, but once again, it's just a rookie. It's the unproven. It's just like I'm not sure just about that yet there. So honestly, you suggested it. I'm going to do it. Pair him up with Aaron Jones. I'm going to go with Kenneth Walker III, the running back here. So I'm just going to go ground and pound here with the offense here. So, yeah, it's going to be a very good heavy rushing attack to pair up with Patrick Mahomes, who can air it out whatever he wants to too. So I'm feeling pretty good about the base of my offense right now. We'll figure out the receivers a little bit later here.
I love how somehow in the same draft we both become like weirdly obsessed with random Kennys. So you're obsessed with Kenneth Walker.
There you go.
And I'm obsessed with Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Tad, let's get to your next pick here. We got the spin coming up here. Curious to see when it's going to land. Oh, well, did that just work out nicely?
Okay.
So Patrick Mahomes is off the board, but you have free reign of every other Kansas City Chiefs player. Lots of great options for you there.
Well, hold on. I mean, there's the obvious choice, which everyone's probably screaming right now at me. But let me just make sure. Damn, that offensive line is good though.
They do have a good offensive line. They have a good defense too.
I like Nick Bolton. I like Nick Bolton, but now I can't pass up on Travis Kelce.
Willie Gay's a good one as well.
I'm going Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty easy pick.
Yeah. But, oh my God! So now my offense is now Justin Herbert, Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, and Travis Kelce. Good luck, my friend.
You definitely got the passing attack. Yeah, that's going to be very scary to deal with.
Let's just see. There are a lot of good. We haven't taken I was about to say a single running back. We haven't taken a top 5 running back yet.
That's true. There's a lot of great running backs still out there. So let's get to my next pick here. Curious to see where what's going to land on here for me. Buffalo Bills. Okay, so I already got a quarterback.
Josh Allen is still on the board. Yeah.
So Josh Allen is off the table because I don't really need another quarterback, obviously, here. But looking at the rest of the roster, there's one really good option, Stephon Diggs at the receiver position. Like, that's pretty easy there. But once again, I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to look through the rest of the roster here. James Cook, I mean, running backs, I'm already set. Don't need to worry about. I'm already set a running back.
I'm just saying, like, why even bring up his name then?
They do got a lot of great defenders, Ed Oliver, Greg Rousseau, Von Miller, Matt Milano. I'm a huge fan of Jordan Poyer at the safety position, Micah Hyde, Kyer Elam. There are a lot of good guys, but I think for me, I need to upgrade the receiver position. You got 2 dirty ones. I need to get a dirty receiver too, and I'm going to go with Stephon Diggs here to pair up with Patrick Mahomes here. Like, I mean, yeah, I think that's a match made in heaven.
that is the correct answer. But did you even mention Tre'Davious White?
Tre'Davious White would be an excellent pick as well, for sure. But
I love that dude. That guy's good.
He is great. But I think I want to upgrade the offense. I need to compete with your fire.
No, like I said, you made the correct pick, but you were like ticking off all these defensive, teammates, and I was like, where the hell is White?
No, you're right. Tre'Davious White, 100%. But yeah, I think I got to upgrade the offense a little bit at the passing department. So give Patrick Mahomes the number 1 option there. So let's get to your next pick here. The wheel is spinning. Curious when it's going to land on your Colts. I wonder if that's going to happen here. But no, it's going to land on the Detroit Lions. So they got a lot of great players here.
Oh, I know. No. I already got it. I don't even need to think about it. I'll take Aiden Hutchinson.
I think that would have been my pick as well. I think that's a pretty easy pick for sure. So Hutchinson, I think that's your first pass rusher, right?
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald, of course. But at the edge at rushing position. So coming up.
Yes, this is my first edge rusher. Yes.
There you go. Yeah. So I think that's a fantastic pick. I think they got a lot of other great players. CJ Gardner-Johnson would have been good too. So lots of options for me still on the board there. But yeah, I mean, Aiden Hutchinson, slam dunk pick for sure. All right, let's get to my wheel here. What's going to be the next pick for me? The Philadelphia Eagles. So we got a lot of good options here for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Like at basically every position.
Pretty much. I could go in any direction that I want. I could upgrade. It's so many positions. They got great receivers. Devontae Smith, AJ Brown to pair up with Stephon Diggs. I could go do that. They got a great offensive line with Landon Dickerson at the guard position. Jason Kelce at center. Tyler Steen at guard. I don't know if I want that one, but Jason Kelce is very intriguing, but just the only thing is just age. So it's like, he's a little bit older there. So how much longevity?
Does age matter?
Is that the way that you're thinking? Then, that's not a bad pick. So I can look at that there. Dallas Goedert, the tight end position would be fantastic.
I took Kelce, dude. If I was going for future, I would not have taken Kelce.
Okay, all right, fair. Fletcher Cox is the defensive tackle position. Brandon Graham would be great. Josh Sweat, Hassan Reddick, obviously. Nakobe Dean, Darius Slay. I mean, just so many great players. And
yet the Chiefs still beat them.
It's true.
That's crazy.
They did.
Mahomes is so good. also, pain drugs are incredible, but
it's true. You know what? If we're going with the one game aspect, I think I want the veteran at the center position, and I want a Kelce versus Kelce matchup again. So I want Jason Kelce, the center here.
All right. You got it.
All right. So let's get to your next pick here, Ted. Curious to see what it gets up for you. Oh, this is going to be fun. The Arizona Cardinals. Well, luckily you have most of your prime positions set, so I think they got a good enough options there for you to sort of build out the rest of your roster. I mean, he's not traded yet.
This shit is rigged. This is rigged.
He's not traded yet, but they still have Buda Baker. Zaven Collins, Isaiah Simmons are not bad.
Savion Collins is not good. the fact that he's brought up this soon is not a great sign.
You can go
all right.
the guard position, Paris Johnson Jr., obviously.
No, and that's what made me drop my head is like the one offensive lineman they drafted high. I'm not like I like him, but like I'm not like, oh yeah, no, I need him right now. Like, god damn it.
You could run twin tight ends and you could draft Zach Ertz.
This is 2015. Why would I even consider Zach Ertz? Get the hell out. Oh, son of a
Once
bitch.
again, this was your words. You said this is for one game.
Yeah, and Zach Ertz isn't good for one game.
Once again, it's twin tight ends. I'm not going to say you're going to use the whole way.
It's the easy pick. I'm going Buda Baker. God,
Buda Baker. All right, that's not a bad pick. That's not a bad pick at
all.
Not
a great pick either, though. Shit.
You got to pick first, so you have the whole roster open to you. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. I hope
you get the Houston Texans next.
I'm fine with that. They got some good players there. Derek Stingley Jr., anybody?
Shit.
All right, so I got the Detroit Lions now. So let's jump back to their roster here. I'm going to take a look here. Don't need the quarterback. I'm set there. Receiver, Amon St. Brown could be intriguing here. Linemen, they got, some good guys there, but I'm already set the tackle position, so I don't know if I need to go. Then the lineman there, Jared Goff set at quarterback. Running backs, I'm all set as well. Looking at defense, you already took Aiden Hutchinson, so unfortunately I can't go in that direction. I think out of what's left there, I think I'm going to go with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson to upgrade my secondary a little bit further here. So I'm going to play him at the other safety position, pair him up with Eddie Jackson. I got two strong veteran safeties there. I still need to figure out the corner positions, but I really like my safeties now. Really got good range, good tackling ability. Like I said, the good leadership to sort of recognize what's happening to the offense to sort of get everybody into the right spot there. So pair up both guys. I also got Roquan Smith in the middle there. So it's like I got a good trifecta in the back end there to protect me with those good pass rushes that I have in Leonard Williams and Chase Young. So I'm liking my defense pretty much right now. I'm liking it a lot. So let's get to your next pick here, Tad. We got the spin of the wheel. Hopefully it's not as bad as the Cardinals. We'll see here. Lots of great options here with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay.
You already said a receiver, so you're not going to take any of those great guys.
See, because here's more Tad bad luck coming in, though. Because what is the Bengals' biggest weakness?
Offensive line.
And what has Tad been neglecting this entire draft?
Offensive line.
Yeah, exactly. So what is Tad? What is Tad?
He's Orlando Brown Jr. They have Orlando Brown Jr. He's pretty good. I think everybody else is very like, Lyle Collins is not a bad pick either.
No, see, did I miss someone? I thought I took another tackle.
I don't think
I only have Teron Armstead.
I think so.
Orlando Brown's interesting there then.
They got a lot of great defensive players.
And I was about see, that's the thing is, Trey Hendrickson's really, really tempting here. Because like
Logan
I said,
Wilson's linebacker position is very underrated linebacker. He's pretty solid.
He's so good. Because
your boy from Michigan, Dax Hill.
Well, wait, here's how you screwed me was how do you beat Patrick Mahomes is a bunch of pass rushers. So while I would like to take Orlando Brown, maybe it's more beneficial for me to take Trey Hendrickson so I can rush Mahomes. Son of a, why do you do this to me? Why do you...
but this is the fun of the randomness. This is the fun of the randomness.
No, it's not fun.
I love it.
I hate it. I gotta play it safe. I gotta protect my boy. It's they can do all they can, but if he doesn't have time to throw, it's not worth it. I'm going Orlando Brown.
All right. So who are you gonna play at the right tackle position then?
I'm probably putting Armstead because he's the older one, and like you said, a little bit more injury prone at right, and Brown at left.
All right, not bad. All right, so let's give my wheel a spin here. Curious to see where it lands. The Denver Broncos. All right, so Patrick Surtain is off the board for me, but I have a full range. There's a lot of great receivers there that I can go with 100%. Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, Jerry Jeudy. Offensive line, I could go Quinn Miners. That could be pretty interesting to pair up with the linemen that I already have. Jason Kelsey, veteran leadership. I already got Wirfs and Ramchick. I mean, they could definitely guide him up. So Quinn Miners. Michael Glinchey, get the hell out of here. I'm not selecting him. I already got my running back.
He's not bitter. Don't worry.
I already got my running backs, although it would have been nice to add Javonte Williams, but once again, we're taking their injuries into account, so I don't think I would have taken him anyways. But I still had the option there. DJ Jones at the tackle position, he is fantastic. I loved him with the Niners. Broncos got an excellent steal there where they were able to sign. Well, Niners couldn't afford him. I think that was the biggest thing there.
Yeah.
Justin Simmons at the safety position.
I was just about to say, I can't believe we haven't.
Unfortunately, I can't go Justin Simmons here, so that's unfortunately a little bit of bad luck for me. This is tough. I'm debating between, I think, Jerry Jeudy and DJ Jones, because like I want to anchor my defensive line a little bit further to get that up front, in the middle, the interior taken care of, so then Young and Leonard Williams could get after it on the outside. But then I also could use another good, dangerous receiver to pair up with Stephon Diggs. But there's still a lot of good teams out there on my board that I could go in a different direction to go with a different receiver there. So I think I like DJ Jones a little bit more here, surprisingly. So I think I'm going to go with DJ Jones to anchor my defensive tackle spot.
Okay, wow.
A little bit of an upset pick, maybe.
That's your Jalen Johnson. That is your Jalen Johnson pick.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. He could be my Jalen Johnson that you had for your pick.
Your first defensive tackle. Not bad.
All right, so let's get to your spin here, Ted. Curious to see where it's going to land. New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
New Orleans Saints.
Oh, no, this is perfect because I need offensive linemen. Let's go.
You got a good selection here. A lot of great options.
Who do I want?
A lot of great options, with the exception of Ryan Ramczyk, obviously, because I've selected him, but still so many great options on that offensive line. You go Young with Trevor Penning. Good. You got Andres Pete at the guard position, Eric McCoy at center, Cesar Ruiz at the other guard position.
I'm not even
take your pick.
Good centers are so hard to come by. I'm going Eric McCoy.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. You really need to make sure you have a good center to pair up with their quarterback to recognize.
They are rare. Might be. I know everybody talks like, oh, quarterbacks are really hard to find in the draft, which they are. But finding like your cornerstone center is so hard.
It's very true.
I mean, you just look at the rotation most of these teams have. So yeah, now McCoy, he's good. Very shallow position. I'm going McCoy.
Not bad. Let's get to my next pick here. Curious if he'll land on the Niners or the Colts. Neither of them have come up yet. Oh, boy.
Now it's your turn.
This is going to be fun.
Baker.
I got the Arizona Cardinals.
Saving Collins, really good.
Tad had free range of the Arizona Cardinals. Now I'm in a different direction here to see what I'm going to do with my picks here. So, I think I actually like their offensive lineman here. So it's like I might lean in that direction because I'm not too huge fan of everybody else on their roster.
I thought Zach Ertz was so good, though.
Well, that's if I want to run twin tight ends, but I don't think I want to run twin tight ends yet. Plus, I haven't drafted a tight end yet, so I don't know if I want Zach Ertz.
Look how quickly that shifts right there.
Well, of course, it's your team versus my team.
Yeah, no, exactly. Two-faced little Harvey Dent career.
I think I'm going to go with the rookie here. I think I'm going to go with Paris Johnson Jr.
Okay. All right.
Because their other guard is Will Hernandez, who's been he was highly hyped when he was coming out of the draft.
Whoa, wait, hold on. So are you playing Paris Johnson Jr. at guard?
Well, I have my center and my tackles both set, so I'm going to play him at the guard position.
Interesting. Okay. Left or right?
Left guard. Because actually, Tad, I'm looking at the depth chart for the Arizona Cardinals, and they have DJ Humphries slated as the starting left tackle, and they have Paris Johnson Jr. at the guard position. So I saw that, and I was like, I guess I could do the same thing then. Why not?
All right. I never considered that in my draft analysis of him. I always consider him a tackle, but sure, you do.
I would have considered that too, but yeah, I'm curious to see if this will work out for my team. So I mean, that's what I'm going to do here. So
Tad, you gave me a momentary heart attack where I looked at your roster and was like, did I do this wrong?
Okay, so speaking of rosters, really quickly, let's give a recap of both of our teams so far.
All right, so you have Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Jones, Kenneth Walker, Stephon Diggs, Tristan Wirfs, Paris Johnson at left guard, Jason Kelsey. I really need to put Jason there. All I have is Kelsey, and that could be confusing. Ryan Ramczyk, and then on the defensive side, you have Leonard Williams, Chase Young. That's going to be a problem. DJ Jones, interestingly enough, Roquan Smith, Eddie Jackson, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. So you need to really start rounding out. You still have both of your edge rushers available, and you have yet to take a corner.
Well, so I'm actually going to operate out of a 4-2-5, so I'm actually going to go with the nickel as well, and just have two linebackers. So I'm just waiting on which linebacker that I'm hoping. I'm hoping for one. Tad, I think you know which direction I'm sort of leading as far as which linebacker I'm hoping for there. But that's sort of what I'm going to be doing.
You better hope I don't get them next turn. My
We'll
roster is Justin
recap
Herbert. Now this is interesting. I have yet to take running back, so I really need a running back here. Oh shit! If I do get the 49ers, that's gonna be tough. Do I take Fred Warner from you, or do I go McCaffrey? But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So I have Justin Herbert, Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, Travis Kelce, Orlando Brown, Eric McCoy, Tron Armstead. On the defensive side, I have Aiden Hutchinson, Aaron Donald, TJ Watt, Devin White, Pat Surtain, Jalen Johnson, and Budda Baker. I like my team more. I swear to God, I'm not being biased here, but I think my team's better.
Yeah, we'll see how it all plays out in the Madden Sim after we're done completing our rosters here. So we only got a handful of teams left on both sides. Like I said, Colts and Niners have not been selected for either of us so far. So very interesting to see when those will come up. So Tad, we'll give your wheel a spin here.
All right,
what do you need to fill out still? You said running backs, obviously.
Running backs, I need another edge rusher. I need to find my guards. My guards are weak.
So speaking of running backs,
and by weak I mean non-existent.
So speaking of running backs, we have just landed on the Cleveland Browns, and they have themselves a pretty darn good one there. So that's not a bad option. If you look at their offensive line, they got some great players as well, with Jedrick Wills at the tackle position, Joel Bitonio at guard, Wyatt Teller at guard as well. They got some good players.
Stop.
Okay.
Nick Chubb, 100%.
All right.
Nick Chubb. Absolutely Nick Chubb. No, like you're absolutely being correct that those are good players. But Nick Chubb is one of the best running backs in this league. I honestly think he's actually undervalued. I think so too. I think he could go to any team and immediately be good. He's like Todd Gurley without the wear and tear. Sorry, Rams fans. So I am 100% taking. I have Justin Herbert, Nick Chubb, DK Metcalf, and Justin Jefferson. I don't care who's under defense anymore. I'm good. I got this.
So you're set with Nick Chubb, right?
Yep, Nick Chubb.
You said you needed an edge rusher, right?
Myles Garrett's fine.
Fine. All right.
Well, I don't want your players chasing my players down with a helmet after he says something racist. Apparently,
I'm set at edge rusher, so I'm not going to take Myles Garrett even if I land at Cleveland.
See, there you go.
Curious.
So
I'm just curious.
It was a good play
because you have the whole openings. That's all I was just curious to see. That was
I'm good.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
San Francisco 49ers for me. I'm actually I'm perplexed here because there's two positions that I sort of have here. I could fill the tight end position with George Kittle, which would be fantastic.
That would be good.
Or, like I said, I could go with the linebacker position and go with Fred Warner because I like those coverage guys there, the other linebacker position there.
You could pair Stephon with Debo.
Stephon with Debo would also be pretty dangerous, of course.
Or you could pair DJ Jones with DeForest Buckner. Oh, wait.
I do have Eric Armstead. Javon Hargrave is now a member of the San Francisco 49ers.
Shit.
I can continue to upgrade the defensive tackle position. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of directions that I could go in here. This is tricky. This is tricky.
Yeah, you have a lot of options here.
I think for me, I'm really debating between Kittle and Fred Warner. Like, I mean, the idea of Debo would be just fantastic. But yeah, I think I want to anchor the tight end position or just really secure that linebacker position for me, really give myself a really good defense. I'm looking at the rest of the teams that I have available on my wheel, and I actually have some other good options in case I want to go.
Strategy. I actually haven't been doing that.
I got receivers.
What are we going to do when it gets to the Falcons?
There's some good players out there. I really like some of the guys that they have on defense. Yeah, so we'll see about that.
I guess, but we both have tight ends.
That's true.
Oh, no, you don't. True. Oh, shit.
I think I'm going to go, based on what I see here, I think I'm going to go tight end. I'm going to go with George Kittle here.
I think that's the best pick. I think that's the best. While Debo is tempting.
Is very tempting.
there are a lot of good receivers still left out there, while tight ends, not so much. So, no.
Yeah,
Look,
based on what I have available, the tight end pickings are kind of slim here. I could still potentially land some good linebackers with your Colts available. I could go with Darius Shaq Leonard there. So, I mean, there's a lot of good options there. But yeah, I think at tight ends, it's a little bit slim pickings. Maybe TJ Hawkinson with Minnesota, but just, yeah, I like George Kittle here. He's my dude. He's my dude. Both in the run game as well as the pass game, too, right?
And you could go Kyle Pitts with Atlanta, but especially after last year, like how dependable is he really?
Which one are we going to get? The rookie Kyle Pitts and the Florida Kyle Pitts, or the Kyle Pitts from last year? Exactly like you said. So I have no idea. All right, Tad, let's get to your spin here. You got some holes you have to fill as well. So curious to see where it lands. Baltimore.
Ooh.
We talked about Baltimore earlier. They have themselves a pretty stacked roster on both sides of the ball. I already selected Roquan Smith, so he is off the board. But I mean, you have free range of everywhere else. So look at the running back position. You could pair up J.K. Dobbins and Nick Chubb. That'd be pretty dangerous for sure.
What is with you in pairing running backs? You were so weird with that.
I'm an old school guy. I like to run the ball.
Yeah, clearly. Damn, I do. Well, I shouldn't say that because people. I was about to say I still like Kyle Hamilton, and I was like, yeah, Raven fans are gonna scream at me.
Patrick Queen's a great linebacker. Obviously, if you look at the defensive line, Michael Pierce is a solid nose tackle.
How about this? I'm going to throw a curveball at you.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm going to take Tyler Linderbaum and throw him in at guard.
Wow. All right. I was actually going to suggest Tyler Linderbaum, but then I forgot you selected Eric McCoy. So I think you can sort of do some rotating there as far as who you want to play at the guard position. But yeah, both guys are versatile in that sense that either one can sort of be at the guard or the center position. So yeah, Tyler Linderbaum, excellent pick. I like it.
Honestly, my favorite first round pick of last year's draft.
We talked about that so many times. It's just like, how does this happen?
I know I predicted it. I think you might have predicted it as well because we were both like, it's a need for the Ravens. He's a really underrated prospect. He's going to be there at 24. And then, of course, it was just like, yep, there it is.
This worked out so nicely for me. It worked out so nicely for me because I needed some receiver help. So I could go with Michael Pittman Jr. here. So, I mean, that's not a bad pick to pair up with Stephon Diggs.
What about your boy, Jelani Woods?
Jelani Woods, I love him, but I already took George Kittle, so I think I'm okay with the tight end
all right, mighty inconvenient there.
You look at the offensive line, you look at the best guard in the league right now, Quentin Nelson. I could totally secure up my offensive line by selecting him. I also talked about potentially taking Fred Warner with San Francisco, so I could get another good coverage linebacker and all-around guy. I could do that with Shaq Leonard here. So I got a couple different directions I could go with the Colts here specifically. So I think that's like, I don't think I'm going to go Michael Pittman Jr. I think I could find another receiver elsewhere. Yeah. The guard positions, I'm a little bit more concerned about. Like if I land in Cleveland, I'm pretty happy with that. But everywhere else, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm leaning towards Quentin Nelson, but I love the idea of having Shaq Leonard. He did deal with injuries last year, though, so that sort of worries me a little bit. So, I mean, I don't know if I like that in one game. But if he's healthy, one of the best in the league, easily, hands down. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to go with Shaq Leonard here. I'm going to pair him up with Roquan Smith.
That's a good pick.
Damn it. Pair him up with Roquan Smith there.
Damn it. And remind me real quick, who was your last pick? Because I think I accidentally missed that.
George Kittle.
Oh, no, I got that. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, you're set. I'm
doing a better job than I thought.
All right, Tad, let's get to your next spin. Still got a handful of teams here. And we got the Atlanta Falcons. We were talking about them. So, I mean, they got I don't think you were as happy with their roster, but I think they got some good gems in there that you could steal away.
Well, so let's take a look. I mean, I'm sure not taking Desmond Ridder.
They got some good offensive linemen. Surprisingly, I like Lindstrom. I like Caleb McGarry. Jake Matthews is great at the tackle position. You're set at running back, I think, right? You got Nick Chubb.
I got Nick Chubb, and I feel like he and Bijan are too much of a similar run style that just doesn't make sense to put them. Ooh.
Grady Jarrett at the defensive tackle position would be a fantastic addition for you.
That's not bad, but you know what? I'm going to close out my offensive line. Chris Lindstrom.
Lindstrom's a great pick. Lindstrom's a great pick. Like I said, they have a very underrated offensive line.
They do. They really do. Speaking of how well, who were we talking about before that was drafted very well with that offensive line? The Ravens. Atlanta has drafted fantastic. Because I remember when they drafted Lindstrom, I'll be the first one to admit I was wrong about him. I was like, really? Lindstrom and the teens, really? And then he is easily one of the best guards in the league right now. So,
well, Tad, I mean, you look at the Falcons, 3 of their starting offensive linemen are in the first round. So, I mean, there's part of the reason why their offensive line is so good, too.
Because they're the anti-Dolphins. Because the Dolphins have tried that, and like every first round offensive lineman the Dolphins try to take, bust. So it's really, it has to be frustrating for Miami being like looking up there and being like, what the shit? Like, what's like, how you do that?
And then Drew Dalman, their center, is a 4th-round pick, and they just selected Matthew Bergeron, slated to be their starting left guard, selected in the 2nd round. So they have a lot of high investment in the offensive line, which is why that they're one of the more underrated units in the league there. So lots of protection there for Bijan Robinson and Desmond Ridder as well. Yeah. So, all right, let's get to my next pick here. Hopefully we can shore up some. Okay, here we go. So we got the New England Patriots. Exactly. They got a pretty good roster here. I was actually just talking about I need to shore up my secondary. I don't have any corners. They have a really good rookie there, Christian Gonzalez there, so I can go in that direction. I still need to anchor up my offensive line with my final guard position, but I don't like their guards as much. They took Cole Strange and Michael Onwenu, who are like, I don't know if I feel about that. Receivers, I'm a little bit more questionable on as well. Kendrick Bourne, who I liked with the Niners, but I don't know if I like him to pair with Stephon Diggs. I can get a better receiver
like your number 2. He's a great number 3 or 4, but
well, the other guys are not all that great either. Devontae Parker and Juju Smith-Schuster, so I don't know if I trust them all that well either. If I'm looking at the defense here, I think I may have to lean in that direction, so I have to go with one of the secondary positions here.
Do you want to update on your roster real quick on the defensive side?
That would be helpful.
All right, so at defensive end, you have Leonard Williams. So you got your ends covered because you got Leonard Williams and Chase Young.
Yep.
Then you got DJ Jones. At outside linebacker, you got Shaq Leonard. At middle linebacker, you got Roquan Smith. At both safeties, you have Eddie Jackson and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. So you have both corners still available, one outside linebacker still available, and one defensive tackle still available.
Well, like I said, I don't think I'm going to go with another outside linebacker. I'm going to operate a 4-2-5, so I'm going to take an extra secondary eventually.
Okay,
so I think if I'm looking
at corner.
Yeah, so I think I'm looking at this defense here as far as who they have available, and I kind of already talked about it, and I think he's the guy that I sort of like the most out of their secondary here. So I think I'm going to go with another rookie here, Tad. I've taken 2 rookies so far. You've taken none of them. I'm going to go Christian Gonzalez to be one of my starting corners for me here. So, I mean, I could have thought about Christian Barbour to anchor my defensive tackle to pair with Daniel Jones, but I was like, I think I could probably go in a different direction there. The linebackers, I like Matthew Judon as a pass rusher, but like I said, I think I want to operate more at a 4-2-5, so I think I'm going to pass there. So yeah, I think just their offense has some pieces, but not anything too appetizing. I had to go with the secondary here. Christian Gonzalez clearly stood out compared to the rest of what they have there.
my favorite corner of the draft. No arguments here.
True. All right, Ty, let's get to your next pick. What sort of the holes do you have left to fill? Oh, and here we go. You landed with San Francisco. Okay. So what are the positions that you sort of need to fill here?
Yes. I'm going Nick Bosa.
That's not a bad pick at all. You can't hate that pick at all. Oh, that's fantastic.
So my defensive line, as it stands now, I still need one defensive tackle. Nick Bosa, Aiden Hutchinson, and Aaron Donald.
That is not bad, my friend. That is not
bad.
Well, you got to go up against my offensive line with Tristan Wirfs, Jason Kelsey, Paris Johnson, and Ryan Ramczyk.
We'll see how this goes. Okay,
it's going to be very much a rocket and movable object sort of situation.
Fucking demolish Patrick Mahomes. Let's go. Now I'm getting excited.
Oh, this is going to be fun. So let's get to my next pick here. Definitely need some more secondary. Definitely need another receiver. So Steelers here.
Said secondary. Oh, but he is a safety. But could you put him in corner?
Are you talking about Minka Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, I don't trust him at corner. Yeah, I'm not just saying that. I actually don't.
Yeah, that's a little bit risky for me. But I do like Larry Ogunjobi at the defensive tackle position. So, I mean, that's a direction I'm sort of leaning in. You already took TJ Watt.
You're just doing that to force me to try to spell that.
Of course. Offensive line, I'm not too happy with. I'm not liking a lot of those guys. Receivers, I could go. Deontay Johnson's very high producing to sort of a receiver there. George Pickens got a lot of potential. Allen Robinson, however you want to say there. Either way there. You know what? Honestly, I think I'm going to use him as like a rover. So maybe not my starting corner, but maybe at that nickel position to sort of rotate to be like an extra linebacker, possibly drop it back into cover 3 to be an extra safety potentially. I'm actually going to go with Minka Fitzpatrick.
Okay. I mean,
Based
if
on
you're going
everything
4-2, if you're going 4-2-5, you need a super athletic defensive back. And honest to God, name one more, and I will preface with this: consistent athletic defensive backs. I know a lot of people are going to be like Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams can't stay in the field. Minka Fitzpatrick plays a smarter style of football than Jamal Adams does. He doesn't launch himself around like a rocket. So
true.
honestly, I see it working.
Because I could play Minka Fitzpatrick in one of the safety spots and put Chauncey Gardner-Johnson at the nickel position. So it's like I got a little bit of flexibility here with 3 veteran safeties that can sort of play a little bit more versatile in that secondary here. So based on everybody else on that roster, the holes that I need to address, I like Minka Fitzpatrick to sort of utilize in multiple sort of ways that I want to here. So, all right. Let's get to your next pick here, Tad. We only got just a handful of teams left, so we're getting pretty close to the end. And look at that. You had the New England Patriots here. So I'm curious to see what direction you need to go in.
So am I. I'm very curious about that as well. Okay. There's one player I have in mind who I'm thinking of, but I don't want to say his name yet. I need another edge rusher. I don't really like any other edge rushers. Man. I can't take Christian Gonzalez. You know what? Screw it. This guy has proven that he can work in a 2-back system pretty well. I'm taking Ramondre Stevenson.
Ramondre Stevenson. All right. I
think he'll be a perfect complement to Nick Chubb. We saw with Nick Chubb how well he benefits from a 2 running back system. But Ramondre Stevenson, while a somewhat similar play style, I think is a better receiving threat than Nick Chubb. So you kind of get that little bit change of pace there. So I think this will help the offense.
Solid.
I kind of got
let's get to my pick. Very true. Let's get the spin here for me. Miami Dolphins.
Ooh, okay.
Miami Dolphins. All right. So I still have to go secondary. So they do have some good secondary pieces that I can look at.
You could go with Bradley Chubb.
Xavier Howard, Bradley Chubb at the linebacker position, Brandon Jones at safety, Javon Holland, Jalen Ramsey, who is a new member of the Miami Dolphins, so that's not a bad pick at all. You look at the receiver position, I still need a receiver, pair up Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill. That would be pretty dangerous for sure. But I think I want to anchor that secondary, and the fact that Jalen Ramsey is a new Miami Dolphin, I think I want him on my roster there, so I'm going to go with Jalen Ramsey, pair him up with Christian Gonzalez there.
So your secondary is now currently Christian Gonzalez, Minka Fitzpatrick, Jalen Ramsey, Eddie Jackson, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. God damn
it. Yeah, it's going to be fun times. So, all right, Tad, let's get to your pick here. So what positions do you have left?
So my offense is filled out. So unless I take another, all right. So I have Justin Herbert, Nick Chubb, Ramondre Stevenson, Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf, Travis Kelce, Orlando Brown, Chris Lindstrom, Eric McCoy, Tyler Linderbaum, Teron Armstead, and on defense I have Nick Bosa, Aiden Hutchinson, Aaron Donald. I still need another defensive tackle. TJ Watt, don't forget I got him. Middle linebacker Devin White. At cornerbacks, I have Pat Surtain, Jalen Johnson, Budda Baker, and I realized while you were talking, I'm like, shit, I need another safety.
Yep. So you need safety and a defensive tackle, and then you can address the depth. And we also remember one kicker, one punter as well.
Oh, shit. So with you have Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Jones, Kenneth Walker, Stephon Diggs, George Kittle, Tristan Wirfs, Paris Johnson at guard, Jason Kelce, Ryan Ramczyk, Leonard Williams, Chase Young, DJ Jones, Shaq Leonard, Roquan Smith, and the secondary we just recently went over.
Okay, so I still need a defensive tackle, and I need a receiver left, right? That's what I'm thinking?
Yeah, so you still need a wide receiver too. Did you fill out guard? Did I miss somebody?
Maybe I missed a guard too, because I have
I think you missed a guard.
I got Paris Johnson, so I need a guard as well.
Yep. So you need wide receiver 2, right guard, outside linebacker, and then your starting lineup is complete.
Well, linebacker, remember said I'm not picking another linebacker.
Okay. All right.
So defensive tackle, wide receiver 2, and a offensive guard for me. So how do I have 3 and you only have 2? That doesn't make sense to me.
Hold on. All right.
Quick recap.
This is why I didn't want to be put in charge of this. All right, we're not doing this on show. We're not doing this on show. We'll do like 3 more spins, then we'll figure it out after.
Okay, fine. All
right. So is it my spin?
Washington Commanders. Washington Commanders.
Oh, wait. No. This is good for me. Draw pain.
That's a good one.
Let's go. Finally, I get lucky on the second half. Let's go. All right.
Not bad. Not bad. So I'm
So
going to
now
get to
my
next pick
completed
here.
my completed defensive line is now Nick Bosa, Aiden Hutchinson, Aaron Donald, Deron Payne.
So I got the Los Angeles Chargers here on my next
okay.
pick here. So there's a couple directions I could go. I need that receiver spot. I need a guard as well. And then I also need a defensive tackle. So off the top of my head, there's not any defensive tackles that are really screaming out to me as like a guy that I want from the Los Angeles Chargers. They have some good ones, Austin Johnson and Sebastian Joseph Day, but I think I could probably get another one from another team here. But I'm definitely looking at that guard position and got some good receivers too with Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Quentin Johnston. But the guard position, I think I'm going to go with Zion Johnson.
That's a good one. Damn it.
So I have my offensive line set now.
That's a great pick right there.
Tristan Wirfs, Paris Johnson at the guard position, Jason Kelsey, Zion Johnson now just selected, and Ryan Ramczyk on the other side. So I'm feeling pretty good about my offensive line.
Maybe depth piece, but man, Rashawn Slater not being taken by either one of us who had the Chargers, pretty surprising because he is good, dude. That guy is. I was talking to Tristan Wirfs, Rashawn Slater. Whoo!
Oh, have fun with this one. The Houston Texans.
I may actually take my first rookie here because I actually have a name in mind that fits the need. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let me take a look. Damian Pierce would have been good if I didn't already fill that out. Yeah, I mean Jimmy Ward's interesting.
Safety spot. Yep.
You know what? Screw it. I mean, in my opinion, the best player in the draft as my other edge rusher, I'm thinking Will Anderson.
That is not bad at all. That is a fantastic pick. So, yeah, your first rookie is off the board here way late in the draft.
And he goes to a rival team. Fuck.
Will Anderson Jr. Not bad at all. All right, so let's get to my next spin here. Down to the final 7. But with this spin.
Hey, look at that.
This is what I was waiting for. Los
Angeles Rams.
Because I want to pair up Stephon Diggs with Cooper Kupp. I think it has to be done. It has to be done, my friend. We got 2 insane route technicians to pair up with Patrick Mahomes. Tad, I know you have Patrick Surtain and Jalen Johnson on the outside, but good luck stopping those 2. Seriously. Oh, I was waiting for that. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that finally happened. So, yeah, Cooper Kupp. Plain and simple. Just easily one of the best receivers. Tad, we talked about this so many times in fantasy. He only played 10 games, and he still had the most receptions, the most targets, the most receiving yards. And I think he finished in second receiving yards on the team, but he led the team in receptions and targets as well. Just they use him a lot, and he's still unguardable. He's still able to get that open. And yeah, pair him up with Stephon Diggs. I'm ecstatic about that one. I'm ecstatic about that one.
I have a flight in about 12 hours. Okay.
We're almost done here.
I'm not talking about the episode length. I could give a shit about that.
Oh.
How dare you keep me up at night with the thought of Patrick Mahomes with Cooper Kupp and having to face that?
Yeah.
How dare you, sir? Especially while I still have a safety spot open.
It's true.
I still need a safety. All right. So
you have a good pass rush.
Let me take a look here real quick. All right. So we have the Packers. Ironically, I actually don't want the Eagles. That's the Eagles' weakest spot right now is safety.
Okay.
What is that? I'm trying to read upside down here. Panthers.
You got the Eagles,
Giants,
you got the Panthers,
Bills,
you got the Giants,
Bills,
Colts,
son of a
Packers.
Bitch.
Yeah, your safety options, you got to land on the Bills, I'd probably say.
Yeah,
Bills or the Giants. Bills and the Giants. Oh, actually,
right.
Panthers are not bad. Panthers are not bad either. They got Jeremy Chin.
They signed. Oh, that's right.
And Von Bell. They signed. Well, there you go.
Von Bell. Yes. Okay. Oh, man. So which one do I want, though?
Okay, so yeah, looking at the Carolina Panthers just to make sure what safety options
they have.
Just like I said, Von Bell and Xavier Woods. Actually, Jeremy Chin is their nickel back. So I guess you could play him at the safety
He
position.
plays safety. He played safety his rookie year. Shit. This is actually tough.
Jeremy Chin is great at forcing turnovers as well, like fumbles. So he's a great tackler, great run support. Von Bell, you got the veteran experience. That's great there.
I forgot. I was too busy reacting. I forgot to add Cooper Kupp to your roster. So you got Kittle, Diggs, and Kupp.
Yes, sir.
So Diggs and Kupp have the route running. Kittle's physical. Because Von Bell is the more physical, hard hitting safety,
That's true.
right?
That's true.
Chin is the more coverage safety. I hate you.
Like I
And
said,
have,
Chin can drop the hammer. He's forced some fumbles as well. So, I mean, he's got both a little bit. But yes, I'd probably say a little bit more coverage.
And I do have Buda Baker's already pretty good in coverage. Yeah, you know what? I think between the athleticism, Buda and Jeremy Chin, I think I can hold my own. You guys are going to put up about 30, but hopefully so can I.
It's going to be a high score between both of us. I mean, look at both of our offenses, man.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking insane. All right, so yeah, I'm going to go Jeremy Chin.
All right, solid pick. So let's get to my next pick here.
All right, last starting position you need to fill out is an edge rusher. So yes.
Well, no, defensive tackle. Defensive tackle, right?
No, you told me to take out a defensive tackle.
No, I said take out an outside linebacker because I'm going 4-2-5.
I did the opposite on accident. Okay, so yes, defense tackle. Who are their defense? I don't even think I can answer that.
So they have Sheldon Rankins, Malik Collins.
Sheldon Rankins is still in the league?
Yep, he is still there. Hassan Ridgeway. Gary Hughes, remember?
He used to be a Colt.
Yeah, he did. He was a former Niner as well.
Really? I actually did not know that.
Yeah.
Is that where? What is with these like Colts Niners weird connections?
I don't know.
Like so many players.
So this is one of the first times that's like, yeah, I think I just have to take what's there. And so I think I'd prefer Sheldon Rankins over Malik Collins. So
okay. All right.
Yeah. I'll go with Sheldon Rankins to pair up there at the defensive tackle position with DJ Jones. So
I'm surprised you didn't just go Stingley there and just be like, fuck it, we're throwing like 6 defensive backs out there. We'll just see what happens.
I could have, but I think let's fill the starting roster.
Just play prevent like every single play.
Exactly. All right, Tad. So let's get to the depth and the kickers and punters. That's all that's left with 5 teams left. You got the Giants, the Bills, the Colts, the Packers, and the Eagles left. So let's see what is coming up out of all of those 5 teams. And you get the Packers first. So
okay, so Packers. So I got depth. How many depth picks do we have?
So we got 5 players left. You have to pick 1 kicker and 1 punter. So the depth will be 3 more. So you got 3 depth pieces and then a kicker and punter.
This is not easy. Wow, this is actually really hard. You know what? I'm gonna go Rashawn Gary. That's a good,
Rashawn Gary's a good depth piece.
That's a good situational pass rusher.
It's not bad at all. I also wouldn't have minded like taking a backup corner with Jair Alexander. That would have been pretty good.
I almost did that, but it's just I don't know. I feel like I said, the biggest key to being Mahomes is pass rush.
That's true. If you just want to add to your explosiveness on offense, you could have gone trips receivers. You could take a Christian Watson. That would have been interesting as well.
I think I'll land on a team with better receivers.
But Gary's
pretty briefly considered that, but yeah.
But Gary's pretty good. So with my 5, I got depth and then the kicker and punter left. So let's see what we got here. Landing on the Minnesota Vikings. Okay, interesting. So let's look at the Vikings roster. And you have already obviously selected Justin Jefferson. So the entire board is available to me here. You know what? I think in case I want to go with some dual tight end options here, I like the aspect of having TJ Hawkinson. So I think in case, depending on the formation that I want to run,
that's honestly,
I think I want to go TJ Hawkinson here.
Yep. Dual tight end set works out pretty well. So yeah, all right, TJ Hawkinson it is.
So he'll start his depth, but just, depending on where I am, down and distance, situational play, I could employ some dual tight ends there with George Kittle and TJ Hawkinson. So I'm happy with that pick there.
All
so
right.
Final 4 here. Let's see what you got here, Ted. Spin, and you got the Buffalo Bills. So do you think you go
Buffalo Bills?
Do you go with some depth, or do you go with their kicker and Tyler Bass, get some of those long field goals?
This is the time I really wish they would have drafted Quentin Johnson. Damn it.
Gabe Davis is the backup secondary receiver there. So you go there.
You know what? Monkey see, monkey do. I'm going Dawson Knox here.
Not bad. I like that pick. Good
Dawson
dependable
Knox
tight end to pair up with Travis Kelce.
Woo.
I like it. All right, so let's get to my next pick here. So we're going. We got a spin. We got the Cincinnati Bengals. So I think I'm going to look at their roster, but I have an idea of where I'm going to go.
I think I know where you're going with this, and this would be a good pick.
I could go with the 3 receivers here and go with the T. Higgins and Jamar Chase and then pair them up with Cooper Kupp and Stephon Diggs. Like, I mean, that's just dangerous to have to deal with. But I already went dual tight ends there, so I don't know if I want to go receiver. I think I want to anchor possibly the defense here. So we got some good options with Logan Wilson, Sam Hubbard, Trey Hendrickson are also really good players there. Chidobe Awuzie, get another corner. I get Mike Hilton at the nickel position, really good nickel corner there. But actually, I would throw a little bit of curveball. And I want to make sure my kicking game is really strong. I'm going to go with Evan McPherson.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was like, you should go. No, that's a great pick. That's a great pick.
I mean, I still have the Falcons on the board. I could have gone with Younghoe Koo. Also, the Cleveland Browns have Cade York. But Evan McPherson, he's done it in clutch times. He's got the leg. He's got the accuracy. I like it here. Let's get to your final 3 picks here, Tad. The final teams are the Colts, the Eagles, and the Giants. And you got your Colts now, finally.
All right, let's take a look. You know what? I need kind of a possession receiver to go along with my, more. Oh, you know what, actually? Yeah, no, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to go Michael Pittman.
All right, so Michael Pittman pairing up with DK Metcalf and also pairing up with Justin Jefferson. So that's a pretty good trips receiver set right there. All right, let's get to my picks here. So I already got Evan McPherson. I still need a punter and then 2 more depth pieces here. So we got the Atlanta Falcons here. So let's look at their roster really quick to see what I can sort of add here. Drake London would be an excellent backup receiver there, trips receivers. Looking at their defense, they got a lot of great pieces here. Oh, I think this is perfect. Technically, he's going to be a backup, but I'm going to put him as my starter. Grady Jarrett's going to be my defensive tackle.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a great pick there.
I think I need to shore up that, especially after unfortunately taking Sheldon Rankins. I like Sheldon Rankins as a rotational piece, but now I got Grady Jarrett, a starting defensive tackle. So I like that pick there. So final 2, Tad, you definitely need to get your kicker and your punter now. So curious to see which kicker or punters you're going to be landing with. So you got the Eagles here.
Who's their kicker? Don't they have a good kicker?
They have Jake Elliott, I think. And
hell yeah. I'll take Jake Elliott.
I'm pretty sure it's Jake Elliott. Let's make sure here. And yeah, it's still Jake Elliott. So
fuck yeah, I'll take Jake Elliott. Put that guy on my roster.
All right, so Jake Elliott is your kicker. And so while I'm looking at my pick between the final 2 here, you can think about
the Giants.
Well, no, you already said. You already got the punter with the Giants then. So that's your punter. You're all set.
I'm looking them up right now.
All right, so I got the Carolina Panthers. So I got a depth piece, and then I also got the Browns as far as the punting situation here. So looking at the Browns, their punter currently is Corey Bojorquez. He's got a pretty good leg, so I do like that punting aspect. But looking at the Carolina Panthers, I got to see who their punter is. I don't know if I want that punter over another or just the depth piece specifically. Johnny Hecker's a pretty good punter too, though.
But is a good punter.
I think I'm going to add to my pass rush here, Tad, and I think I'm going to go with Brian Burns.
That's not bad. He's due about $20 million, but that doesn't matter for us.
And so then my punter is going to be for the Cleveland Browns. It's going to be Corey Bojorquez, and then you're with the Giants punter, who is
Jamie Gillen.
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
why not?
He averaged 46.8 yards per punt last year, which was tied for 19th in the league.
There you go. There you go. That's so I had fun with this one.
This is great. This
is pretty fun. There's a lot of just surprising picks, I think. There's a lot of great, clear, rush your card to the front sort of picks too, So, I mean, it's got a good mix. And like we talked about, we're going to have a Madden sim. Tad is going to take care of that. We'll try and figure out a way to sort of post some highlights on our social media handles, which you're seeing down below. They're coming right across. Make sure you're following all of us so you can see updates with this episode. You can get the full rosters as well. You can find me on Twitter, I'm Desai23, Tad at Desai94. You got the show handle at the Desai Guys, and of course on Instagram at the Desai Guys as well. So we'll give you some updates with today's episode. How did the sim go? If you want to see our final rosters, in case you sort of caught us midway, you just weren't able to keep track, we'll give you the full rosters as well, so you can see who do you like there. Make sure you vote. We're definitely want to see some interaction from you guys. That's why we've got the Twitter handles down there below, so interact with us. Which team do you like better? Who do you think will win the Madden sim there? But guys, really appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you subscribe wherever you see your podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to LAFB Network's YouTube channel. They got a lot of great coverage going on as well. And guys, to everybody who's already doing that, who's reading articles, interacting, listening, anything and everything in between, guys, we really can't thank you enough.
And like Amar said, thank you so much. And if you liked today's episode, keep hitting us up with great ideas of more kind of fun out there stuff like this to do, because I love doing it. Like Amar said, I had a ton of fun. It was weird. It definitely went on too long, but there's a reason, because we enjoyed it we enjoyed it so much. So, anything like this or anything that you come up with, just hit us up with those ideas and we will for sure consider it, because we got 2 more months before our series starts hitting and we get back into the season. So we got a lot of episodes to cover. So hit us up with your ideas. And like Amar said, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, everyone, please stay safe.